Hey, Keith Pelchat here, and I've got a couple of questions for you. The first one is, are you tired of chasing shiny objects? Do you have guru fatigue? What do I mean by that? Are you struggling as a new marketer to get your business off the ground and finding coaching clients so that you can earn some income? Well, let's talk about that because there's three myths that I think need to be cleared up. The first myth is that if you just post on social media, you'll have all the money you could ever want. Now, does this work for some people? It does. And there's a particular kind of business model that it does work for. Typically, I see this working for folks on Instagram where, they create a lifestyle Instagram account and then they get asked to collaborate with other companies, that maybe want them to model the clothing or the makeup or whatever, right? So does this work for some? Yeah. In my experience, in the network marketing opportunities that I've been in, and in the other opportunities that I've done, it didn't work for me. Maybe there was some strategy I was missing or something like that. But most of the people, most of the coaches I talk to, most of the network marketers I talk to, it's not like they're getting filthy rich because they just post on social media all day long. So I would say this is not the strategy, but it's definitely a strategy. Don't get me wrong here. I'm not saying don't ever be on social media. You don't need social media accounts. I'm not saying that at all. You do, right? But it's not the only thing you should be doing. Now, myth number 2, all you need is a funnel. You hear this from the Russell Brunson, ClickFunnels kind of disciples. All you need is a funnel. Websites are dead. You're one funnel away. You might be. But if you're just starting out, it's probably not your next funnel or the one after that or the one after that. It takes a few tries. Marketing is a series of experiments, right? I mean, and so that's one thing I really want you to take away from this. Marketing is a series of experiments. You're continually trying things. So you might be one funnel away, but which one? Is it your next one? Right? So do you need a funnel? Yes, absolutely. You need the tool that's going to convert people online into customers, into clients, right? So again, having a funnel is not the strategy, but it is a strategy, and it's going to be part of an overall system that we'll see in just a little bit. Myth number 3, if you build it, they will come. This is totally not true. Even I would say a better approach is don't even build it until they come. And then they tell you what they want. Build what your people want. Co-create it with them. Your potential clients and your existing clients are going to find this to be so much more powerful for them, and thus it'll be more powerful for you. So don't build it before they come and hope. In my experience, when I've done that, I build something, I had this great idea, everybody's going to want this. And then I go try it, I build it, I spend weeks or months building, and I've literally spent months building things, and I put it up and I make it available to the public, and I'm like, yes, here it comes, what island am I buying? And crickets, right? So if you build it, they will come is not true, right? So I'm telling you all these things that you don't need to do and you shouldn't do, but what should you do? Well, what do you need? You need a place to operate from, a website. And on that website, you have to have tools that help you to build authority, your blog, right? And then you have to have a way to turn people that are interested in what you're talking about into a desire to have your solutions that you offer, right? And there's a process that you're gonna have to involve with this so that you can get that done. And then you need a mechanism or a place to capture sales, your funnel, right? So here's the architecture that I'm kind of describing. I want to just create a very simple visualization of this so that you have a picture in your mind of how it kind of all sits together and how it interoperates. So you've got your website. It's going to be your base of operations, right? It's where you're going to build your authority. You're going to have a place where it feels like you have a presence, right? And you have a place. They can go there. If you don't have a physical store, people still want to know that you're real, right? So having a website allows you to do that. And it starts the process of building your authority. Now, you're also going to need a blog, which I highly suggest that you connect to a YouTube channel. Video is a great way. Video is a great way, right? To interact with your potential customers or existing customers, right? So that you can help to build authority, to nurture the relationship, and to help grow the relationship. Right now, I will also say If you're not on Clubhouse yet, I'm finding that to be a very, very beneficial place to build authority. I go out and get into rooms, and I work my way up onto a stage, and I offer value, and I answer questions, and I help people with what they're looking to get help with. And I do that in a way that just spreads the value out into the world so that anybody that's listening can hear that. And I'm starting to get connections from people on Clubhouse that are hearing the value and the things that I'm offering. I'm finding it to be a really super valuable resource, right? And the goal here is, with your blog and all these tools, is to create the true perception in other people's minds that you know how to solve a problem that they want solved. Now, you also need to have a social media presence. So I was clear earlier. I wasn't saying that don't be on social media. I was saying that don't only be on social media, right? So you need social media. You need your Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, whatever platforms that you prefer to be on. You need to learn how to use them and create awareness of who you are and generate interest in what you do. Social media is a very important part of that. Now, you also need sales funnels. Right? You do, again, it's not the strategy. Websites are not dead. You definitely need sales funnels. In addition to a website. And I'll show you some websites here in just a second that kind of prove the point, right? So now, here they are. Very famous coaches, and course creators and, info product sellers, right? T. Harv Eker. Many of you have probably heard of T. Harv Eker. If you haven't, you should check him out. He's really cool. Does some great stuff, right? So what's he doing on his website here? Well, you can see he's proving authority that he's been published in all these places, and he's got over 2 million members that have become richer. And notice up here, he's got a blog, right? So if T. Harv Eker has a website, don't you think it's a good idea for you to have a website? And here's John Osseroff, another very famous coach, very in the brain, unlocking your brain game, right? And here he is branding himself and building authority through this, right? And you can join him on Saturdays at 9 a.m., right? And you can see that he's got a blog here. And he's got a work with me section, right? So you can have an opportunity to get into his funnel and buy things. Same with T. Harv Eker. When you look at the programs up there, you get into a funnel and you can buy stuff. You can convert, right? Here's Lisa Sasevich. She's again showing her authority, where she's been published and what she, how people have been able to find her in the past, and she's got a blog and she's got her online training programs, which you can purchase. Right, so you need a place of operations. This is what I want you to see from, what do you need a website? If these folks that are really rich and famous and they make literally multiple millions of dollars a year have a website as the base of their operations, don't you think success leaves clues? Right, so just wanted to point that out because I think that's really important. So what's the process? As someone that's a new marketer, you may not have ever really been exposed to what's the overall process, so I really want to present this as a big picture, in terms of how all of that architecture gets connected together and gets used in a sequence that makes sense to move people through a process, right? So you're going to start with your social media posts, and you are going to post on social media. You're going to put that out for the world to see, and you're going to put things out that will attract people that have the problem that you want to solve. And that maybe sounds really bad, but there's a solution that they're looking for to something in their life, and you need to attract those people so that you can generate interest from them in learning more about you, right? Now, you're going to bring them to your website like T. Harv Eker does, and like John Osseroff does, and like Lisa Sasevich does, and you're going to have them look through your blog, and you're going to have them see what it is about you that would attract them and be interesting to them. And you're going to nurture their interest that you generated from social media and being out in the public. You're going to nurture that into a desire to have your solution. Right? You're gonna continue to educate and grow their interest and bring it into a level of desire. This is just human buying behavior, since the beginning of humans, right? So beginning of humanity, right? And then you have to have a way to convert those people that have shown that desire to have your solution so that they can pay you and become clients, right? So a sales funnel that's its job. That's what it does. It handles this portion of the process. So your marketing process in general should be a funnel, right? But when you get down into the sales funnel piece itself, a big part of what it does is capture the revenue, right? So if this is new to you, if this is something that you're interested in and you want to learn more about how does this whole process work, I would love an opportunity to show you a system and actually teach you a system and let you get results in a system that does all of this that we're talking about. It'll give you a place to operate from. It has the tools that will allow you to build authority and create an environment where people can learn what you're all about. You can implement a process that will take people's interest and turn it into a desire to have your solutions, and you can have unlimited funnels in this system, right? So I'm running a challenge starting March 15th at nomorechasingShinyObjects.com. Stop chasing those shiny objects. Just stop it. You don't need to. Just do what works. So come with me on a 5-day journey so that you can see how the process works and actually learn what to do and how to implement it, so that even if you don't use the system, you at least have some exposure to what are the things that are necessary to have a fully functional marketing system that allows you to go through the entire process. So it's a 5-day challenge. It's free to join, and I would love for you to come on over to nomorechasingShinyObjects.com and go on a journey with me for 5 days, about an hour a day, and learn how to implement your marketing system that will bring you the level of income and profits that you're hoping to have.